Warning, Uncle Adam is not a professional. He's usually not even very good. Try any and all of Uncle Adam's pro tips at your own risk. Void where prohibited. Uncle Adam is not actually an uncle.
So today I'm going to talk a little bit about a strategy concept that a lot of people, especially people who are newer to tabletop wargaming, have a tendency to miss, and that I have to constantly remind myself. Concept, I usually think of it as focused fire. Now, I'm not talking about the Warhammer 40k 6th edition rule. I think it was in 6th edition, and I don't think it's in 7th edition. I'm talking about the concept of putting all of your fire. You've got, let's say you're playing a game. It could be any kind of game for the most part, and let's say you've got 3 spaceships that are your opponents, and you need to do damage to them. And you have the ability to put out, let's say, 6 points of damage to each, during your turn. And each of these spaceships has got 5 hull points, okay? So now what a lot of people do is they have a tendency to put 2 on one of them and 2 on another one and 2 on another one. They try to do damage and spread it out. The problem is that almost all of the types of games that we like to play on the tabletop, for the most part, the ship or the figure or the monster or whatever, if it has X amount of damage potentially that it can take, it is completely, perfectly fresh as a daisy until it takes that last point, and then it dies. Something that kind of gets around that is the Hero Clicks and the Mage Knight line of games where you have that dial. Every time you take a point of damage, you keep turning that dial, and usually your stats get worse as it goes down. But there's pretty much almost no other games that I can think of that do that. If there's a game out there, a tabletop game that does that, it's not a Hero Clicks game or a Mage Knight game, let me know in the comments. But for the most part, in most games, if you've got something that's got multiple hit points, it's totally the exact same as it was when it had full hit points as when it only has 1 left. So my point is, if you spread your damage out, then next turn, your opponent's now still got the same 3 ships. They're damaged a little bit, but their damage output towards you is just the same as it would have been if you hadn't damaged them at all. So what you do in this situation is you focus your fire. Move your forces or do whatever you need to do and take out a ship. Try to take out an opponent, and don't just spread out your fire. You have to take out an opponent, because if they've got 3 ships, then on the turn when they get to fire back, if you've taken out one of their ships, you've reduced their damage output by 33% or something. I'm not great at math. So though it's frequently something that you're thinking about, like, I just need to get damage. If you're trying to figure out who to target, if you can make sure to really focus on one vehicle, space person, monster, whatever the heck you're playing, make sure to take them out one at a time. Don't spread your shots. You're wasting your potential to win the game by slightly damaging a ship or an opponent when you really could be reducing the amount of opponents that your opposing player has at their disposal.